Hey guys, David D123, that's me here, and today I'm going to review Crash Bandicoot, and I'm going to tell you guys if you guys should or shouldn't buy this game. So before we get started, I have a question to ask you guys. Exactly what kind of gamer are you? Are you a gamer that loves platformers and likes a challenge? Or are you kind of like the newer type of gamer where like you like first-person shooters and you absolutely despise platformers? And there's also, if you're in the middle, like, are you interested in platformers and you haven't really done it yet and you kind of want to try? For the second one, if you don't like platformers, I recommend you do not buy this game, so I would stop right here. But if you're still intrigued into this game, I would still watch the video. So basically we were going to start, like, let's say you are interested in this game. I would say that the game plays like it would in the 90s. The jumps are a little different, as you may know, but it doesn't take away from the experience, I think, of the raging and whatnot. So what I would say is that if you have fond memories of this game, absolutely buy this, 100%. Because you will relive those fond memories like I did, and there's going to be no regrets at all about it. And the visuals, as you can see, are a lot better than they were in the 90s, and that would make sense, obviously, because of the time period, but it is a lot better, though. And as you can see, it definitely plays better. The frames per second is not 60 frames per second, but I don't think it takes away from the experience. The sound / music, the music, basically, I would say it's just as good as the original. However, there are some tracks that are lacking a little bit from the original. So if you kind of like are nostalgic like me and you remember all the tracks and a few of them you don't like, well, that kind of came with the package. It's not, it does, obviously in a few levels, like the sewer levels, it kind of takes away from the experience. And the boulder levels are a little tuned down on the noise, like in the second one, but besides that, I think the music sounds pretty good. The stories always have been like kind of just there. Nothing's changed at all about the story. I wouldn't really rely on the story. I'd rely more on the gameplay. As you see right now, this is the high road, or excuse me, road to nowhere. Two levels look about the same. This level is collectively one of the hardest, but it was one of my favorites because of the challenge. And I love the music in it, and the visuals also look very good as well. So I would, for the first one, as you may know, that one is the oldest, the one that's playing right now. It is the least optimized, if that makes sense. Like, it's more outdated than the other ones, but at the same time, I actually enjoyed it the most, surprisingly, because I like the challenge the most. Like, there's no fancy moves, like you're not able to use a bazooka and kill everything, or be able to glide over everything with your spin, which is why I also like the second one. The second one was my favorite as a kid because of that, because of the moves and because it wasn't impossible. As you may know, the first one is not as hard because of the fact that the gems you can die from unless it's a colored one, and because some of the like mercy mask type rules apply in this one. So if you die too much, you get a mask. So that helps out a lot of people. It helped me out in certain situations. But yeah, the first one I really enjoyed though. They added time trials to both the second and third game, so that was really cool. I did a lot of them. There's some gameplay on my channel about that. I think that the relics add a lot of replayability level to it. And as you can see, this is the second one, the sewer level. Basically, the sound, I think, is pretty good, but a little tuned down on it. Besides that, though, it looks really nice. I love the eel. I think the original like feeling is still there for me. Everything just looks great in it. As you can see, there's spin jumping with slides. There's belly flops, which will be shown later. So there's obviously new moves in it, and I think the second one is is the best like for casual gamers. First one is the most challenging. Second one is the most polished and still challenging at the same time. And the third one I still like, obviously. I still have really good memories about it as a kid, but I don't know, something about it. It's just there's too many racing levels and stuff like that, but not enough platforming. So I feel like something's always lacking in those levels. So we got sound, visuals, story. I would say replayability for this game. It depends on how good you are at it and what your goal is. Is your goal to just finish the game, or is it to get 100%? Is it to get 105%, which is around the highest? In this game, I think it's 102 is the highest, but in the other two, it's like 105. Or is it, see, that's the belly flop right there. Is it to get all the relics and all that? All platinum relics. You can get all gold relics and all platinums. And speaking of which, we're going to talk about the trophies in this game. Trophies in this game, they range from really, really easy to difficult to like mediumly difficult to super hard. And the really easy ones are like just beating the first boss, beating any boss really, I think is the easy ones. They shouldn't be too challenging, you just need to play a little bit of the game. As for like mediumly hard, maybe just finishing the game straight up, getting a few of the bonuses that are like bonus levels that are hidden in the levels. You might have to look those up. I do not have tutorials on my channel at the moment on how to get those, but there are tutorials on other YouTube channels. And for the hard ones, I would say getting gold relics on every level in one of the games. They are kind of, the trophies are where you can get 3 platinum trophies, which basically means that they're split up, so Crash 1 is its own separate title, sort of, despite it being like a trilogy and kind of like combined. The second one is obviously separate, and the third one is as well. But yeah, we're about to get to Crash 3. I picked 3 levels that I felt were one of the most memorable for me, both as a kid and right now, by looks and stuff like that. This next one is Boneyard. Boneyard is one of those cool levels. It's a chasing level, and I feel like it captures the visuals very well because of the lava and the contrast of some of the level, like how like the ground is kind of blackish and the lava's super bright. You can just tell by the visuals in this that they put a lot of time into these types of levels, and I can appreciate that a lot. If you guys were wondering, I have played this game for like, I would say, well, I've done everything in this game except get a few platinum relics, which I will be doing in a couple streams future. But yeah, I've basically done everything, so I know this game. My final verdict is that I would say it depends on what you want in a game. Do you want a challenge? Or this game does not hold your hand at all. That's about it. You are going to get destroyed in certain spots, and you are going to get frustrated. I have gotten really frustrated, especially in Stormy Ascent and getting a few relics. So just be ready for that. It will happen. You will want to throw your controller. So if you have anger issues, I would suggest you talk to your therapist and discuss if you should buy this game. But I would honestly recommend this game 10 out of 10. To put this in words, if I had to buy this game again to replay the game, I would. I would buy it multiple times. If I could keep replaying the experience of the new graphics and whatnot, I would buy the game a lot, because I had a lot of fun doing it. The first time playing this, I could just instantly tell the graphics were a lot better, and it was like my childhood just came right back to me. It was great. So if you guys played this as a kid, you should buy this game no matter what, unless you don't like what you see. But I don't see any really good Crash fans not liking what they see. If you're not sure about this game, I would watch some more gameplay, or maybe rent it if you can at Redbox or something like that, and just try out the game, see the challenge. I would take the game slow at first to try and get the feel of it. There's different types of things that you can do in this, like you can use analog and non-analog. Like you can use the D-pad. D-pad's the original, analog is not, but I think analog was in the second and third. But we're gonna get to the final part of this level. I would recommend this game. If I were to give it a score, okay, my score would be, I would give it a 9 out of 10. This game does have some problems, but it doesn't take away from the feel of the game. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe if you guys did enjoy this review, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace, guys.